waiting for all the platforms to go live. And we are live. If you ever felt like a loser, that you're good for nothing, you're not going to achieve anything, and you feel too overwhelmed with that pain, then this live is for you. Today, we're going to decode whatever happens deep inside, how, irrespective of whom you feel can help you, can never, and how to get out from it and do something about it. Welcome to episode number 46, Daily Live with Dr. Surya. And as one of the worst possible things that could have happened just happened. Was supposed to wake up at 4:35-ish as usual, get back into the momentum. Ever since the retreat happened, somewhere the momentum feels all over the place. Although we've started the cohort, we have got all the lives and every single thing locked in. Every single thing is going on good on the outside. But on the inside, there is a deep sense of guilt, shame, blame, and the self-esteem going down with each passing day. Call it the information overload or the social media overload. Every single time you want to have an ideal life, whatever the ideal life's definition is for you, you realize that there are people in this world whom you ideally look up to and you want to be like them. You want to have a life like them. But then everything crashes down when you realize that there are so many missing pieces in order to reach to that level, which becomes increasingly difficult for you to even follow the basic foundations. In my case, I know I have to create content every day. The same content piece, which in this case right now is a live that I'm doing, needs to be broken down into different fundamental pieces of content across all the other platforms. But in order to go live in multiple other platforms, I need money to invest in the tools that will allow me to live stream. But the bandwidth doesn't allow. The world, the coaches and trainers and everyone is going to literally force you, manipulate you to spend the money that you don't have. Spend the money on credit. Take loans to spend money on yourself so that self-investment is the best form of investment. All of those things is what they will literally force you to believe that you're doing a sin of not taking those action steps, of not doing what it takes. What gets harder is when you realize, even to do those steps, how terribly hard it is. And that's pretty much the feeling that engulfs you the very moment you want to do something big. Like right now, 45 days, every single day going live, over 200 views. Looks good on the outside. Deep inside, I know that at this point of time, me doing this live, I'm not sure how many students are going to sign up for the next batch of the cohort. Even in order to make sure that it happens, I need to go back and fix the landing page, upgrade it. I need to fix my website so that the right people start visiting my website. I need to repurpose all this content and turn it into blogs, posts, uh, different social media platforms all at the same time. My cohort is going on. I'm participating there as a student. I need to make those videos, finish the leaderboards. All of those things are going on. And then I have to wake up early, finish all the chores, get all those things sorted. Right now, today, when I'm recording this, it's Sunday. So what usually happens in a Sunday, everyone relaxes, everyone rests, everyone is taking it easy. People end up doing their household work and all of those weird stuff, which I really don't want to do for that matter, but were forced to do because We don't have the house help, or I cannot hire a help to do all those things for me at this point of time right now. Our upbringing and parenting never really talks about washing clothes or cleaning your house or taking care of everything. Suddenly, miraculously, we're expected to do all of those things. Every single such conversation is going on inside the head. And isn't this what also goes on whenever we plan to speak? On stage in front of a group of people, just separating ourselves away from a crowd and speaking in front of two or three people. In a seminar, standing up, holding the mic when so many eyeballs are gazing at you and you are looking at the person who's speaking to you from stage, looking at him in the eye and speaking. It's very, 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 very difficult. But that's when you are always left with two options. The first option is what the majority in the world takes: slack back, forget about it, don't worry about it, just let things be. Today, if I stop doing live, nothing's going to change in this world. Nothing. It'll only change for me. The world doesn't really care what you are doing until you have done it enough so that the world will get to know that you are that big, you are that consistent. You have been going through the grind, you've been going for it no matter what. And today's episode is what we will decode it all. I will not say sorry, I will not seek an apology, because I don't believe in these two terms, sorry and an apology. It's meaningless, it's worthless, it doesn't make any sense at all. And what will you get if you forgive me, or if you accept my apology, or you accept my sorry? You're not going to get anything. I'm not going to get anything. It's just that I'll have that, probably the only burden of my shoulder is going to go, oh, I have asked sorry, or I've said sorry. It doesn't make any sense. It's only about how am I fixing it for you, even more than you for myself. Because if I cannot make commitments and keep, which means there's something that needs to be fixed in me. But I can do so by beating myself up, slacking down, distracting myself, getting back into watching movies and whiling away the time, keep blaming, whining, complaining, staying grumpy. Or I fall into the second category of people who start all over again, all over again, day one. And here's the dangerous part. The first time when you tried to wake up early in the morning and you promised yourself that you're going to do that every single day henceforth, you had to put in certain kind of an efforts in terms of your mindset, skill set, setting the alarm, going to sleep the night before, getting every single thing sorted. And then you woke up, you did whatever you had to, you felt good, you had a great day. And then the next day was amazing. Then the next day was amazing. And the next day was amazing until a point of time when you did not. In my case, that was the day I left for that retreat. I had recorded all the content, every single thing was scheduled, everything was going really, really good from the outside. But did I feel good? Now, when you want to start again from day number one, you have to understand that it's going to take 10 times more of your effort, a mindset, confidence, skill, the belief whether I'll get to do it or not, whether I will again falter or not. You are fighting a battle with yourself even before you are showing up to the world. And it is really very, 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 very difficult. And that's exactly the same thing that every single human being on this planet goes through in some way or the other. I'm just able to organize this and share this publicly because I really want to see, where do I go from here on, from day 46, which means from day 47 I'm going to consider myself all the way starting from zero yet again. Mind you, because of the lack of internet or whatever, the habits that got broken, the momentum that got broken, the work, the tasks have all piled up like anything. That's not going to take away anything that I have done over the last period of year, the days that I have spoken, I've shared, I have showed up no matter what. It's not taking away any of those things. However, it's going to take so much more efforts right now to bring back that same confidence, the energy, the zeal, and everything. And this is precisely the reason why I feel today's episode and the topic of today's episode, the headline of today's episode, modeling and mimicking, turns out to be such an important element. Let's do this activity right now. Okay, I want you to take a piece of paper and pen, or use the notes, as in the comments and all, for your benefit. Use it as best as you feel uh, that's right for you. I want you to think of the kind of speaker you want to become, the kind of communicator you want to become, the kind of lifestyle that you would like to have if you become that communicator. So just write down those bullet points of every single thing that you feel is going to make you feel like you've achieved it. So I'll give you my inputs. I would love to have to begin with 10 lakhs per month, which means 2.5 lakhs per week in income, which later is going to go to 1 CR per month, and ideally 25 lakhs per week in income. I would like to be so confident so that if the fact that I'm even talking to someone, they're going to feel my aura, they're going to feel my presence, they will know that I am talking to someone who is very, very respectable and very, very authoritative. I want to have so much of connections that the people I speak to, they will respect me, they will value me, and I will respect them and I will value them. The bond is going to be a bond of friendship, but the kind of resources and tools and power uh, and everything that we will be having for each other, we can always use it for each other together as a team, as friends. I will have the best team in the world who will do everything in their power to make sure that every single thing that I'm sharing is voiced out to the world in a manner that brings in virality, that brings in credibility, that brings in more and more visibility like ever before. I want to be the most famous human being on this planet. I want to be the richest human being on this planet. I want to create more value in this world than any human being has ever created in the history of this planet. Now, these are the characteristics of what is it that I would like to do with my communication. What are yours? I hope you've written down bullet points. Now, once I have written down these bullet points, the very next thing to understand and find out is who are the people in this world at this point of time who have achieved it. Now, if you don't know such people, the fact that you did the first exercise, you put that in AI and you ask, who are the people who are living this life right now? Give me 10 such people across the globe, 10 such people in my country. So I will give you the top three examples that I can think of abroad and right now in India. Okay. Abroad, the three people that I literally look up to: Tony Robbins, Eric Edmiedes, Win Jiang. All three have used the power of speaking and the power of communication to build a dynasty that leverages their active time that they give to create passive income streams, multiple income streams. And right now, even if they decide to retire, they'll never have to worry. These are the people who are living that life right now. That's international. Now I come to India. The three names that I can immediately think of, the first is Ankur Warikoo, second, Sneha Desai, Sneha Desai, and the third, I will take the name of this man because I've met him, I know him in person. His name is Ramakrishnan. The life that these people have Now that I know what is it that I want, I know what is it that who are the people in this world who have achieved that. The third step is where the modeling and mimicking begins. If I also take some obnoxious examples, some examples which are far beyond our reach, even if I think of that, I still have three names coming up: Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and a Mukesh Ambani. Absolute billionaires, trillionaires, gazillionaires. They have also achieved every single thing that I would like to achieve at some point of time. The next step comes in: what is the way that they talk? If I watch their videos, listen to their interviews, read the books that they have read, read their biographies, that's one aspect of it, to understand the way they think, the way they speak. If I watch their interviews and I speak the way they speak. So Tony Robbins has a habit of clapping like this. His hands are completely opened out palms, and his the soles of his palm is what creates that volume. This is the way that he claps. So if I start clapping like that, if I start speaking like that, if I bring in a lot of swear words in the way that I speak, it's going to do something in me, isn't it? There are just a couple of names that I'm immediately reminded of, and I want to add them in the list as well. Gary Vaynerchuk. He's the CEO, founder and CEO of Vayner Media. He started by teaching about wines, and today he's created a multi-billion-dollar empire through his personal brand. Simon Squibb, he's considered as the Gary Vaynerchuk of UK. Stephen Bartlett, his Diary of a CEO podcast has been going viral, especially in the last 6 months. It's going crazy. Jay Shetty, someone who's built a personal brand, taken it to that celebrity level, and yet he continues to be grounded. If I am able to speak like them, model their behaviors, model their habits, understand what is it that they are doing. And today, if I sit down with AI and if I just tell AI to model and mimic the person, AI already has all the information about that person. Imagine I just say, you are so and so. I want you to literally find out every single thing there is about this person. And I want you to embody that person and talk to me about him so that it feels like I'm having a conversation with him. Just by reading their books, I get to know how they think. Just by going through their videos over and over and over and over again. 2019, there was a time when I started getting a lot of these Tony Robbins courses and I got his books. I literally read them over and over again multiple times just because he said repetition is the mother of all skills. And thanks to that activity today, even though at this point of time, me doing this live, I'm not at a very, very good emotional state. I'm able to channelize that and share this in the form of a live, which I know at some point of time, forget about the world, I can always look back and see as to what I said at a time when I felt low. The moment I try to do this now, I take a little bit of Tony Robbins, I take a little bit of Vin Jiang, I take a little bit of Grant Cardone, I take a little bit of Simon Squibb, Gary Vaynerchuk, Jay Shetty, all these people. I take a little bit of them in me. Guess what is happening? The more I'm doing this is a very, very subconscious level of activity here. I'm just watching their stuff to find out what exactly is it that they're doing, what is their body language patterns, what is the way that they're standing, the posture, how are they modulating their voice to share something which is serious, important, funny, humor, anger, blame, motivation, inspiration, all these different emotions. How are they doing it? If I do this consistently enough, a part of them is going to be inside of me, isn't it? When I met people in retreats, events, and all, people walk up to me and say, Suryadeep, I find a Tony Robbins like energy in you. But it's not exactly Tony Robbins. It's like Tony Robbins has become a small little child. Initially, I used to feel very, very bad. Oh my God, why are people comparing me with people? But then I realized it's not something to feel bad about, it's something to feel proud about. It's something that I can look at myself in the mirror and say, wow, this is something that you always wanted. You wanted to be like them. Now people are reciprocating that, validating that. And now, please understand, people have not told that you are like Tony Robbins. People have said you're like Tony Robbins, but it's just like Tony Robbins has turned into a child. That's the uniqueness in me. And people will only see in me what they are already looking forward to. So if someone feels that I am like Tony Robbins, maybe they've been consuming Tony Robbins content as well, and they felt that energy and that vibration and that pulse deep inside of me. So now, just by tweaking the way I'm learning things, I'm adapting different elements of different successful people within me. And slowly, don't you think, if this I'm able to continue, if I'm able to show up, if I'm able to just keep doing whatever it is that I want to do, irrespective of however long it takes, if I just sit down and do those one piece of stuff at a time, that's what the most successful people in the planet also did, isn't it? It's not that they didn't face problems, they did. But just because I've read Tony Robbins books or I've been watching Simon Squibb's content, I can sit down and ask myself, let's just say Tony Robbins was not feeling good and he is in a pissed off state, in a grumpy state right now. What would he have done if he were in my place? If Gary Vaynerchuk was sitting next to me right now, or Alex Hormozy was sitting next to me right now, what would he have told me if I asked him the question that I'm not feeling good today? I have so many things piled up, so many stuff that I need to do. What would they say? Just by asking this question right now, internally a voice is telling me the answer. Why do you want to do every single thing right now all by yourself? You can finish this live right now, enjoy this process, enjoy the breakthrough that you're experiencing while you are speaking to the world. Experience what's going on deep within. And deep within, I'll tell you, if you rewind back, you will get to see when I started out, what was my energy level, and now slowly, how the energy level is going up. Because that's the inner voice that's telling me you have already accomplished what you wanted to do today. You didn't do it at 8:30 a.m. Got it. But I love you so much for showing up at 2 o'clock and still going strong, sharing exactly what you are going through and connecting this, creating a lesson that's going to be timeless, like an eternal classic. You are sharing this with the world. Now you finish this task and you're going to feel proud of yourself. What? Go ahead to the next task, finish the leaderboard. Go ahead to the next task, finish the feedback form. Go ahead to the next task, finish making all those videos. Go ahead to the next task, upload all those podcasts. Go ahead to the next task, record the podcasts that you were supposed to do yesterday. Your brother is not available. With Yogeshwari, you've recorded quite a few podcasts already. You need to schedule them. Go ahead and do it. If you just do all of these things together, this has already been the most successful day of this entire week. And you're going to feel even happier because when the day started, you were grumpy, you were pissed. When I ask myself, okay, all this is amazing, but who is this inner voice? And just by asking, guess the answer that comes out. That inner voice is the conscience that has developed with all the nourishment that you have given it, the nourishment of the righteousness. Not what's good, bad, right, wrong, this, that, up, down, uh, none of the polarities. It's what's right for you. And that nourishment happened through all the books that we have read up until this point, all the interactions that we've had, all the experiences that we've had up until this point. Every conversation, every breakthrough, every bulb on, every inspiration, every motivation, every single point of time in your life when you felt that I am born to do something big. And then action taking becomes easy because all you have to do is just do the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. The single biggest identifier for success, the single biggest ingredient for success is the mind and the thoughts. At a single click of a button, I can have access to the brightest brains on this planet. A single click of a button. At another couple of clicks and a couple of words, I can literally absorb and download information inside of me faster than ever before in the history of this world, thanks to AI. At a couple of more clicks, I can create systems around it, put it out in the world, which is going to be a valuable piece of actionable, not just information, mind you, actionable for the world, which the world is going to pay me for. The only thing that's going to stop me from doing all of these things is if I sit in the corner, lying on my bed, thinking, oh my God, there's so many things to do, and not do anything about it. This is the power of modeling the mentors. Whenever I watched a podcast, whenever I've read a book, if there's anything that has created a shift in me, it's not the feeling that I felt inside when they were speaking something which I felt I needed to know for myself. It's only when I ask myself, now that I know this person, because I've heard him speak for 2.5 hours over a podcast, or I've read his book, which took me around a week to read, what would this person tell me to do, and what would I do it if they told me to do it? And that only happens because that person is with me. A part of me, I'm a combination and a culmination of all these people put together, because their thoughts are inside of me, their ideologies, their beliefs, their perspectives, every single thing is inside of me. I wish and pray the same for you as well. When I started out this live, did I feel good? No, I felt horrible. At this point of time, when we are coming to the end of today's episode, am I feeling good? I don't think so. The feeling is still the same. But do I have clarity on where I need to go from this moment on? Oh, 100% yes. Do I know what are the next set of action steps I need to take? What are the set of tasks that I need to accomplish today? 120% yes. And that's what we're going to do. I will see you tomorrow at sharp 8:30. Not because I'm saying so, because today I know I will make sure that I go to sleep on time and I will wake up before time. Do every single thing that it takes. Every challenge that's holding me back from waking up, finish them before going to sleep today, so that those tasks are acting as a series of reminders and atomic habits that also nudges the intent deep inside to be able to wake up even before the alarm rings. That's the intention I'm setting today. That's my intention for you as well. Do let me know below what are the things that you've learned, what are the breakthroughs that you experienced. If you want to challenge anything that I've said, please feel free to mention that as well. And this is going to turn out to be one of the episodes that I'm going to reach out to every single time I feel down and out. Again, it's not just me alone, it's the power of the mentors with me. I'll leave you with this last thought. It's not just that I have those mentors with me in the form of a GPT bot or a chat bot or a book or just a conversation that I've listened to. I literally have the personification of all of them put together in the most beautiful form as Yogeshwari. And that's what happens when you have someone in your life who knows how to nudge you to take that next action step. In this case, she told me to do the live. and here I am. And now the next series of steps is all crystal clear for me. That's what a mentor does. That's what a soulmate does. That's what a best friend does. That's what a teacher does. That's what someone who really prays for the best for you wants from you, so that they'll inspire you to be the best. You can inspire them to be the best. And then 1 plus 1 becomes 11. If you haven't yet joined the cohort, this life should give you a warning of what you're missing out on. I'll see you tomorrow.